Well, again, everyone, this is me, Nick Mike and the scintillating Steve Frazier.
Hello, everybody, once again.
And, well, James Bond has returned for us.
I mean, he's returned 25 times.
Sure. But
24.
So we're continuing on the entire Pierce Brosnan era of Bond films at this point in time. So it's time for Tomorrow Never Dies. So, guys, if you got your own copy of the film, put your timestamp over to 0, switch on your subtitles to follow along with us, and we get synced up with a countdown. So, in 3, 2, 1, play.
We're not doing this as part of like an anniversary or anything other than we had covered GoldenEye. If you've not seen that one, it's back in the archives. Just for fun, because we both liked it. That one we did, I think, for the 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
And we said, well, why don't we just keep going?
Sure.
So we're going to try this one out and see how it does. We've got this iconic open. And I do like that each of the Bonds over the years had their own like
style,
pose or whatever. Yeah. And they really, you know, I say this all the time. A terrorist arms bazaar, like it's a fucking flea market for terrorists, right?
Yeah,
like
peculiar.
That's like the fact that they use the word bazaar is so bizarre.
Like Amazon pop-up store or
like,
something. Right.
The ZAAR is very ZARE. So yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah, everyone go and trade my grenades for your
rocket launchers.
Right, whatever. Hilarious. And they're totally like out in a parking lot, right?
Yeah.
Like these Ruskies are so stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, no offense to all the Russians listening. They've really perfected this formula. And it didn't take them long. I mean, even like in the Connery days, it was like, okay, we open with like some sort of not related
hot
thing.
sequence.
Right.
Yeah. Just to spark it off.
Right. And then
We'll figure out the plot later.
And then we've got the song that matches the title credits that are all of the credits, right? And it's usually some sort of elaborate, visual effect kind of thing. We've got the Bond girl. Like all of
everything,
like all of those things are perfectly aligned in every single entry, all 25.
Yeah, that's why I mean. So many of these were kind of created by way of committee through Eon Productions, and they got this stable of people you have for the entire production. So, like, you kind of keep everything kind of in-house to a certain degree, just hiring a director who can kind of get the job done, do nice, smooth studio production type of thing.
Well,
until they started getting lofty with their ideas with the Craig era, and they started trying to flex outside of it a little bit.
A little bit, because like you said, like in the past, most of them are based on books.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Partially, at least.
Then, it was a chance for them to, kind of try out some new filmmakers or whatever. Yeah. The idea of getting a hot artist went back to the 70s even.
Yeah.
And then, to sing the song is what I meant.
Yeah.
And then in the Craig era was really when they started having them kind of be linked to the film before.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Good continuity is what you're talking about.
Right. And yeah, like all of those are stitched together as like one giant movie.
And when we eventually get to them, there's problems that arise from them trying to constantly roll the story along. And it's like, well...
Right. Like, it's way better to have it anthological.
Yeah.
And...
You can have a few light touches of callbacks and kind of threads here and there, but... everything has to constantly be an ongoing story. Eventually, it's like, well, you kind of played the story out to kind of a natural conclusion at a point in time, or you try to retcon a bunch of stuff, and it gets really sorted.
And that's why, like, and I know we're not talking about this, but the Daniel Craig collection is a closed loop.
Yeah.
Like,
there's nowhere else to go after that.
Right. It starts, like, Casino Royale is literally the first book.
Yeah.
And No Time to Die is like the end of his saga.
Yeah.
And now, and Casino Royale was like a reboot, almost, of the franchise. And now they have to reboot again, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't like it, but I also don't mind as long as they go back to something like this.
Yeah.
And now that Amazon and MGM have, like, taken over, and Amazon is in charge, my concern is that it's going to end up being, like, you know, a TV miniseries, or
it's going to end up being
like Star Wars, where
Star Wars is like, we're going to put out a movie every single year. It's going to be a spin-off here, a TV series there. They're going to oversaturate and kill it.
So, did M and MI6 here decide that they were going to just blow up the flea market? That's the plan?
I think it's generally the plan.
But then they've learned that Bond was there.
Well, I think there's the fact that they had this operation here where they were spying on the whole thing, knew it was going to go down, and probably certain weapons they had, they wanted to make sure they didn't get into certain hands. So Bond's there to kind of shut it all down.
Right, but then they decided to blow it up.
Yeah. Because they think...
And now they're worried that, like, oops, we're going to kill James Bond?
Yeah, well, I think it's the fact that the naval guys kind of call the striking because they don't think they can get the job done in time or whatnot.
Meanwhile, we're just blowing everything up.
Yeah. Yeah,
I never understood. Sorry to interrupt. I never understood how those missiles. And I understand that they have coordinates and they have whatever, and they're computer guided. But the fact that it's got it ducking and weaving through mountains, like, is that real?
I don't
know. Can they actually do that? Like, I understand that you can target coordinates.
Yeah.
And have it use GPS to hit an exact pinpoint.
To weave around landmarks, I don't know.
Right, like, I don't know if that's real.
Yeah.
But look at all these practical effects. I mean, they're blowing shit up.
I mean, the interesting thing was, after GoldenEye, one Cubby Broccoli passes away. So this is the first one without him involved with the entire production.
And he was the head of the family?
Oh, yeah, he was the big deal. The whole
and now Barbara's taken over.
Yeah, Barbara and Michael G. Wilson. And I guess MGM was under new management from Kirk Kerkorian. And he was like, I'm going to take the company public, so I need a big hit film out before we go public. And Bond's the biggest thing they've got. And so it's going to be a little bit of a rush production because...
On this one.
Okay. Because, like, this entire opening sequence is the first thing they shot in the film. But it's all... They start second unit in January. They don't start with the main unit until April.
This is second unit?
This is all, like, all the action sequence stuff is second unit photography. And it was helmed up by Vaughn Armstrong, who's one of the top, like, stunt coordinators in the business. He was Harrison Ford's stunt double back in the 80s and all that type of stuff, so...
Now, I imagine that whoever did the regular directing...
Roger Spottiswoode, the director of Prom Night.
Oh, Spottiswoode. No.
Terror Train.
Terror Train.
I knew I was going to get that wrong.
No, it's fine. Train. It's fine. It's all there. That 1980-81
But the Terror Train, we very, very much enjoyed it. I mean, where's Copperfield in this movie?
Yes, Roger Spottiswoode. So... Terror Train is available in the archives now. If you want to go back and listen to us just fawn over David Copperfield and Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah. It's a New Year's movie. I actually watched it this year on New Year's Eve. Yeah. I don't watch it every year, but...
Lorber's dropping a 4K this year, so I might finally grab it now.
It's... I've got the Scream Factory Blu-ray, which... I mean, it looks good. I don't know what the upgrade's going to be.
Because I haven't owned it yet. So.
Right, so it's a perfect time for you. So the same guy that did that is now doing this.
Yeah, long way, in about 15 years' time.
I think
16 years.
It was 80,
81.
80 or 81. I think it was 80.
Under 20 years, so it's a long way to come from.
This movie came out in 90.
Canadian low-budget horror flick one of the top
Look at that
franchises in the world.
stunt where he ejects himself up into the one above.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it's all hot. I mean, this entire sequence is hot. I mean, just the effects work is really good.
Now, I'm guessing that Spottiswoode is directing this.
Yeah, probably all the dialogue sequences, stuff like that. But it was mainly the thing. I mean, a lot of action movies are kind of shot this way, but definitely the Bond films, like, they would hire a specific second unit to deal with the action sequences and the stunt stuff, all the type of things. And then the main director works with the dialogue sequences and a few other things here and there to kind of the main plot story stuff with the characters, and then you got all the action sequence handled by another unit.
And I'm absolutely in love with the opening credit sequences. Just all of them. Because they all have so many little Easter eggs in there. Like all of that digital code that was in the front one, like just a little bit ago. Joe Don Baker. There's all kinds of little stuff. And this is where people really start... Oh, Vincent Schiavelli. There's a face that you'll never forget. Every one of the filmmakers always, like, tries to make theirs stand out.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this one's going to be... Like, it's all digital stuff. And it's really... Like, a lot of this is beautiful.
Since GoldenEye, they're mostly digital effects work. But they definitely work with a whole team of graphic designers and all that type of stuff to kind of plot the thing out and put together art.
Now, we're listening with very, very low volume.
Yeah,
so
the Sheryl Crow song.
Sheryl Crow. Okay, I was going to say, I can't tell who's singing.
I mean...
All right, you want a hot...
She's a rock and roll Hall of Famer now, but...
Do you want a hot take?
Go ahead
if there's ever been a hot take,
sure.
You ready?
You go for it.
I don't think there's one Sheryl Crow song that I like.
That's fine. I'm not...
I mean, she's got a dozen number one hits and probably 24 top 10 hits after that.
Just not really done anything much for me. I mean,
none of them...
She did a couple of songs like Stevie Nicks, I think are fine, but it's mainly a Stevie Nicks song with her as an add-on.
Right. You know, and if I'm not mistaken, the greatest thing that Sheryl Crow ever did was be a backup singer for Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
If you watch some of the footage from the Bad tour, she's in the back. She's one of those background
on that stage too, and
she's got her big hair, and she's singing along to "Dirty Diana" and all of the shit, right? And it's
way different from her kind of SoCal beach persona,
right? And I don't love most of her catalog. Like,
she's not bad. Just like even this song is like, it feels like this feels like a song for someone with like a voice. Kind of that Shirley Bassey type of idea.
Yeah,
someone could build it out.
Bombastic,
But she's not really a voice in that regard.
I do think that this era, though, was when... And like I said, they've always had somebody that was hot. Like, I think back to...
Whether the right choice or not in retrospect. But
right, like Duran Duran did one.
Try to get the pulse of the moment more times than not.
I think, was it A View to a Kill that Duran Duran did?
At first, their only number one hit.
That's unbelievable, right?
Some of the...
Like Hungry Like the Wolf and
Rio.
Right, all of those, right? Duran Duran, huge.
Oh, yeah.
Worldwide.
Stadium.
But they don't get a number one until they do a Bond film.
Right.
And like you said, Shakedown.
Yeah.
Which is so unassuming, right? It's Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Right.
And Seeger gets finally his first number one hit.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, wild.
So...
I've been torn for 20 years at that point.
So this is no different, right? Crow is hot at the time,
Yeah.
and she hasn't even necessarily hit her peak yet.
No.
How crazy would it be to be in this boat?
Yeah.
And there's just, like, missiles and... Jets flying.
Buzzing, yeah.
And I'm losing a little bit of this. Like, this is one of those movies that kind of doesn't really hold your hand. Like, you have to be paying attention.
Yeah, a little
bit. And I'm
bit.
kind of not paying attention because I'm talking, I'm looking, and I'm talking to you. I'm thinking about...
It's coming together. It's
like
a little at a time.
I lose track of who's who and what's what when I'm not, like, actually watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a fun little shot of the Earth from space, which is topical because right now we have as we're recording this, we have a mission, a group of 4 that are up, circling around the moon, just shooting back some fantastic photos of Earth as we know it currently. I dropped my phone. I just threw it on the floor.
Having problems.
Thanks for the aside. No. I'm absolutely not having problems. I just dropped. I was pulling up my list. I wanted to see where I ranked this one on my. Oh, here's our guy, right? Like, not that guy, but the guy in
Pryce.
Not in focus. Yeah. He's our main bad guy in this. Is that correct?
Jonathan Pryce. Yeah, he's loving this role, man.
Don't you love when heels get to just be heels?
Oh yeah, live it up a little bit.
The world is not enough.
Or Tomorrow Never Dies. We're on.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's the next movie.
You're right.
They're kind of interchangeable titles. They don't.
I know, and I always get them mixed up. God damn it!
They don't. Well, the interesting thing with this was it was originally supposed to be Tomorrow Never Lies.
Okay.
Because the newspaper that Jonathan Pryce's character publishes is called Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And he's manufacturing all this news and
fake
media.
News, right?
Fake news.
Fake news. This is very topical too. Look at this.
But apparently there was a fax that got misinterpreted, or there was some kind of typo or something like that. So they're just like, "Oh, it's Tomorrow Never Dies." They just signed off on it.
Tomorrow Never Dies is such a Bond title.
Yeah.
Tomorrow Never Lies is actually
it fits the plot more,
right?
But in terms of marketing, it just doesn't have quite the same tenor or whatnot, the same kind of edge to it.
Right. It doesn't sound like a Bond film. Right. It sounds like just a heavy drama or something. So it's funny that I always mix the two titles up.
Sure.
I have this one ranked at number 16 out of 25. So right at the 2/3,
less than
about
half,
2/3 down.
That's about right. I mean, again, since they're kind of, I don't want to say it's like they're falling over themselves trying to get the thing made, but there's kind of a constraint of time to get it made. Let's say that. So it's like they're not going to make as much of an elaborate sort of story for the entire thing. They're kind of trying to make something that's more of a meat and potatoes type of Bond film,
right,
for lack of a better term. They're kind of like...
Well, and I think part of my issue with it is the fact that if you're not paying attention, it's really hard to tell, there's so many ships and so many, different groups.
Little eccentricities in the plot, yeah.
Right. There's, off side quests, and there's Russians, and there's so many different... everybody kind of feels the same.
Also...
You know what I mean?
Well, the guy who gets credit for the screenplay is the same guy who wrote GoldenEye, but they brought in a bunch of other screenwriters on this whole thing. They rewrite this and rewrite that and polish this thing up. They bring in... one of the guys they brought in was Donald Westlake, who wrote, the Parker novels Payback was based on. Mel Gibson film. And they also brought in Nick Meyer, who wrote and directed Star Trek 2 and 6. And they brought in a couple other guys that also worked. So, they're just like I said before, kind of made by committee films.
Right.
And those are just probably just okay, this thing's okay, but we need a little bit of a different input, so we're going to throw out to these guys, and okay, well, that's almost there, but we got to throw over to this guy, he's going to polish it up a little bit more, and kind of, so just it's a little, you can see, if it starts throwing to too many people, it might get a little too involved with itself.
Right.
And you're trying to kind of make a story that kind of it's more you're going to remember from it is the action sequences and not so much the plot itself. You can get the general premise from the villain involved in the thing and his motives, but the intricacies of the plot or whatnot are probably going to be a little bit more fly over your head a bit, but...
And that's the thing. I feel like it's a little hard to follow. You understand the overall story.
Right. His intentions, his motivations.
Right. It's funny that you bring up the... not funny in relation to this, but just the concept in general of having a writer or director, and then you bring in other people that actually do the work.
Yeah.
And then don't get credit for
formula, it. Yeah.
So I think back, and probably one of the most famous examples of this, not writing but the directing, is that in 1939,
Ooh,
I know, way back, right? One of the greatest years in the history of cinema. So we've got Victor Fleming, who is directing Gone with the Wind.
Okay, I figured this was where we're going.
Right, he's directing Gone with the Wind.
The only thing I know was released in 39 that's worth noting, I guess.
Okay, not really, though, because
To a degree.
Also in production...
Most famous film, I imagine.
Also in production in 1939 is The Wizard of Oz.
That's the other thing that was just popped in my head.
And I don't remember exactly how it went, but the director of The Wizard of Oz gets fired. Victor Fleming leaves Gone with the Wind and comes in and gets credit for The Wizard of Oz also.
It's all the same studio. It's all MGM, isn't it?
Right, yeah. So Victor Fleming gets credit for both films, even though he only did like 1.5 of them. So two of probably the 10 greatest movies ever made in the history of cinema were directed by Victor Fleming in the same year.
Jesus.
And one of them was kind of a, we're going to bring you in to finish it up.
And I don't know if there was a Directors Guild yet at that point in time to set up rules for...
I feel like it was really the studio system.
Yeah.
Where you're under contract with the studio.
Well, I'm just saying in terms of like getting credit for who does what and how much you have to do to get credit for stuff that's in place these days.
I don't think that was the case. Mm-hmm. All right, sorry. Back to the action.
Go back to the screen. Guy on the right is Michael G. Wilson, producer of the film.
Oh, okay.
He apparently kind of squeezed in cameos with most of them he was involved with. Speaking of positions, Ricky Jay there. Passed away at this point now. But he worked a lot with Paul Thomas Anderson and David Mamet.
I love David Mamet.
And also, the film's shot by Robert Ellsworth, who also worked with P.T.A. Anderson. Won an Oscar for There Will Be Blood. So that's why the film looks so fantastic.
The cinematographer?
Cinematographer.
So...
That's why this film looks pretty stellar.
Never remember the gentleman's name. But There Will Be Blood is one of my favorite films. Mm-hmm. I think it's PTA's greatest thing that he's ever done. And I knew... that, and I don't know how he didn't win for that. Like, this year was a make good, in my opinion. Oh. Not that it wasn't good.
One battle after another, yeah.
Not that one battle wasn't great.
Good, yeah.
But it was...
It's not his highest peak.
No, and There Will Be Blood is really it. And I sit down, and the entire first reel of the movie, 20 minutes, there's no dialogue.
Did that come out in 2009?
I was going to say 08 or 09, one of the two.
I'm just saying 2009 because you know what won...
Best the fucking Hurt Locker.
Yeah,
all right, yes.
Hate it.
God damn it.
No time for it.
If you watch The Hurt Locker and There Will Be Blood back to back, and you tell me that the former is better, I will punch you in the nuts. So, the first 20 minutes of the movie, there's no dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally directing and cinematography coming together.
Yeah.
And writing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Oh, hello. Yeah. We got ourselves a Cinemax film there. Anyway, so it doesn't... I knew when I watched There Will Be Blood, there's some sweeping epic shots.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the... Like, just the way it was filmed, I was like, this is going to win. And I knew it in the cinema.
Yeah. Ellsworth is top class. I've seen a lot of his work, and he's always doing great stuff.
I don't know if that exactly represents how people get snuggly, but...
Yeah, they're trying to not be too explicit.
I get it, but yeah, I mean, some of these perfectly draped sheets... Like, isn't the point of an erotic moment to see the other person's body?
Sure. Aren't these PG-13?
I think so. This is fine for a 13.
I'm just saying. We're not going R on this sucker.
Oh, I just saw a nipple.
Ooh.
A cunning linguist is a really bad pun.
Yeah.
That's a bad pun.
Yeah.
Look at that hot car.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, if you're not actually watching the movie, Hopefully everyone's watched this enough times.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in several years, so...
But I'm recalling now from the couple of previous scenes that basically Ricky Jay's character has obtained this entire device that can, like, hack whatnot, like a battleship or whatnot, their kind of radar, that kind of locate GPS or whatnot.
Okay, and throw it off course?
Throw it off course, so you might end up in Chinese waters.
Enemy territory,
yeah.
right.
So that's the thing, they kind of manipulate that
so
so you could force a conflict.
And she's saying, we don't want to just start World War III.
Let's be a little more surgical about this and not just blow our tops.
And the Tomorrow newspaper already knows about it because they're behind the...
Right, they constructed it.
They put it together, right. It's kind of an interesting idea where you manufacture the new, you write the headline, and then you
get all the exclusives.
You manipulate the people and things to fit the narrative that you've already pre-written.
Yeah,
like it's kind of an interesting idea.
Yeah,
it's a little bit different than the situation we currently find ourselves in.
Surely,
where things happen, and then the headlines just make up what they want that don't accurately...
The clickbait
right.
sort of mentality is like, it might be this, but we have to sensationalize the title, even though it doesn't fit the narrative. We just have to get people to click on the link,
right,
to read it, so we can get the numbers.
Right, and the current leadership would say, nobody died, everything's good. Like, they would literally lie to make the headline sound better than it is.
Yeah. So, I mean, when this gets released in 97, again, kind of the critics feel like the idea is a little preposterous. Like, oh, that doesn't seem believable, but you wait a few decades and the world flips on its head and see where things land.
Right. The,
I mean...
the era that we're in 1997 is the era where the president is... The president of the United States is...
Lewinsky.
Absolutely lambasted
right at the time this is getting released. It's Lewinsky.
It's an impeachment. We need to throw the president out of office because he may have had an extramarital affair, and he did, in fact, to a certain degree, and whatever degree is still whatever.
Yeah,
but it happened.
Yes,
and the call was for his head to roll.
Surely,
and somehow we've built permanent blinders in today's environment.
Yeah.
And the standards are completely different. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yes. But, well, speaking of December of 1997, this one
Starcade? Oh, no.
This one gets released in the U.S. the same day as Titanic.
Okay, so that would be December 19th.
Yeah.
I know that because I was there.
So.
And...
despite a lot of films in its wake getting kind of trampled, this one still made almost $340 million off of 110. So, and 4 times its budget back. I mean, because of the constraints they're under, they spent extra money on the film to kind of make sure they could get it done in time. So they spent a little bit more, made a little bit less than Golden Light, but still 4 times on investment. No one's going to cry over that.
It took them a lot longer, I think, to get to, what did you say, 100 and what?
What, 110 million?
110 million? Oh, the budget. What was the gross? Or
just under 340.
Okay. It took them a lot longer to get to 340 than it did Titanic.
yeah, surely.
There was...
But the fact that I was able to even... Because these days, sometimes, like, if you have... Like, when, like, Avatar 2 came out, it's like, well, everyone's just going to get blown away. There's no room for it. You got to kind of clear the way for certain things these days.
Right, or you get swallowed.
Yeah. Back then again,
there's a leopard back there.
There's definitely a number of films that came in like January or something like that, in '98. That like, oh, well, you're not even going to have a chance. The fact that this thing still had enough juice going for it.
Why is there a leopard in the back?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Well, the fact that this Bond film, hot off of GoldenEye, people love Pierce, is marketed very, very well. Still able to carve out a nice, solid return on investment for itself. I'm sure a lot of it came from international as well. I'd have to see if there's a particular domestic.
So this was also, we've got the Lord Alfred Hayes of the Bond films here showing off the newest gadget, right? And so this is the Sony Ericsson. I don't know if it was Sony involved with them just yet, but Ericsson.
No.
Okay, Sony bought them later.
I don't know.
So Ericsson phone, is an actual partnership here, much in the same way BMW was, right? There was a financial transaction, I'm sure, that said we will put your device as a focal point in this movie. It was a paid partnership.
Oh yeah, and Bond been doing that for ages.
But this is the first one that felt like
it started to really smatter it all over the place.
Right, and it wasn't just the car.
Before it was a car, maybe a watch, but now it's like Avis rental car, and now you got Aston Martin and a BMW, and you got a phone, and probably get a watch, and this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, it feels.
They're really trying to patchwork the financials on this. So, and
maybe Ericsson, who knows how much Ericsson paid back the 110?
Oh yeah.
Out of that, right?
Yeah.
Does Ericsson, how much do they put into that budget?
But yeah, I found a split between domestic and international. It made $125 million in the United States and then $214 million internationally.
Now that makes sense.
Really bolstered it overseas.
I imagine that the British
for Europe and UK and
I feel like they always have, even though these are technically aren't these U.S. productions, or are they not?
See, that's the weird thing because it's Eon Productions who mainly handle the thing.
Right.
But I don't know if they're getting also backing from MGM to kind of bolster that. Like MGM has a creative control, but then you're going to finance it, so I'm not sure exactly what.
Is it considered...
And, they shoot all these things mainly in the United Kingdom, too, so...
I just don't know, is it considered a U.S. release, or is it considered a U.K. release?
I'm sure.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, it's peculiar.
And... I just would imagine that the European market for these, they feel British, even if they're not, would bolster a higher return.
It's got the polish of Hollywood. That's the thing.
Sure. But yeah, I figured that the European return would be higher, and that's proven by what you just said. It was double.
And wherever markets are getting from wherever else.
We have such... Here in the United States, we have such a... We live in a bubble, right?
Yeah. A little full of ourselves.
A little bit, as far as the movie making business, right?
Sure.
Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Just
she's
nice to see you too, lady.
And Teri Hatcher was hot business at this time.
And in the story, she and he used to be
they had a thing going.
And now she's with the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that coat he's wearing. The newspaper print.
Gimmick it up. That's got to be in some Bond exhibit somewhere. Come on.
A prop, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You don't just throw that in the trash.
That's funny.
Or ends up with the Goodwill. That'd be wild.
Oh, my God. I would wear that tomorrow.
Yeah.
No pun intended. So, yeah, this movie apparently came out on December 19th.
Yeah. A little earlier in the UK, whatnot, but US. Yeah. That was... Which... I was like, that had to have been done. Because usually they put in... Usually release in November, of course, with this kind of crunch schedule they're putting on. I guess the extra month was necessary.
Yeah.
November, December.
And I don't remember what the other MGM titles were in that timeline, but maybe they were up against something else over Thanksgiving. I don't know.
Something.
I don't know if MGM was involved in the animation, family film game at this point.
I don't Oh.
So that could have been, that kind of became the Thanksgiving weekend thing, was the family film. And then the other thing that I think of every time I hear Titanic in December 19th and 97 is that this is one day after the passing of Chris Farley, who died on December 18th of 1997 in the great city of Chicago at the Hancock Tower.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being 17 years old, and, Chris Farley is a fucking hero.
A generation.
A generation, right? He is probably the gold standard of the 90s as far as, like, the top funny man.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I have the most insane flashbulb memory of sitting on the floor in my living room watching the news, I guess, and the little box popped up with Chris Farley's head, and like my eyes welled up with tears. I can still see me sitting on the floor watching the TV, learning that Chris Farley had died of a drug overdose. And then you get the images of them kind of rolling him out on a stretcher out of the Hancock building, right?
Yeah.
One of the most famous buildings in the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
One that I've been to, and I've gone to the top of, and I've eaten at the Cheesecake Factory at the bottom of, and, and I just think of him, and I think of that sad tale. But then I watch Tommy Boy again, and I just laugh and piss myself, so it's... So anyway, Chris Farley died I'd always joke, like, he missed seeing Titanic by one day.
I think in the previous shot there was when someone wearing a dress with the newsprint up on, too.
I wonder, I saw the Bond exhibit in Chicago when it came through at the Museum of Science and Industry.
Yeah.
And they had some outfits, but it was mostly about the gadgets and the cars.
Yeah.
Now I'm dying to find out where these newspaper garments live.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been reminiscing about 1997, so does Bond know at this point that the newspaper is behind the turmoil?
They're just about that. They got news that only the Brits and the Navy and MI6 knew about. They know stuff that nobody else knows, so they're investigating Carver's organization.
How did he come
get
to
this information that was not out in the public yet?
And look at this press conference and him out here. Is this the precursor to like the Apple conferences?
The Apple stuff, TED Talks.
Like I'm not an Apple guy.
No.
I've never owned an Apple product other than an iPod. Excuse me. So I've never watched one of those Apple symposiums, whatever. But knowing pop culture the way I do, I'm familiar with the aesthetic of it, right?
Yeah.
And to me, it's like they patterned it after this. Were they doing it back then? I feel like they weren't, because the iPhone didn't come out till 2009.
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't know when Apple started doing their annual, like, conference where they bring out whoever the CEO is in a black suit and a baby microphone. And here that guy's getting Joe Pesci'd here in the back room. Oh, that'll move. That's a regular Three Stooges bit here. He did everything except put his hand in the other guy's sleeve and turn him around, which is one of my favorite bits of all time. Hit him with a cello!
Cello. It's like, you're not going to hit him with a viola or something, you know?
No, you're going to pick the cello.
Yeah.
I don't think the glass would break like that, but maybe.
Yeah.
And look at this, like, Cody Rhodes looking guy.
Oh, yeah. Dolph Lundgren light.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I don't know, does he actually learn anything? How could this be? And she's dressed like, what's her name from Basic Instinct?
Oh. Stone?
Yeah.
And the hairstyle, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeesh. 5 years off from that.
Right. This is PG-13, so she ain't showing us no under... No peek under the skirt?
No.
Man, Sharon Stone was, like, so hot.
She's
like, not attractive hot, but just the top of the game hot.
Yeah, she
white hot.
Peaked real fast.
Right, well, she showed her pussy to everybody, so, you know, every...
Back when an R-rated film like that could actually do some business.
Right. And then Casino, which, you know, I'm going to argue I like Casino better than Goodfellas. And I know that's a hot
debate
take
between the two of them, because Casino doesn't really get the attention. I've not seen it, but definitely the fact that people kind of come to its, I'm not saying defense, but kind of like posit it into the conversation a lot more these days. It seems like, well, it probably deserves reassessment for people who probably may dismiss it back in the day.
Goodfellas was such a game changer.
Oh, yeah.
It was like ahead of its time.
Surely.
And it kind of redefined the genre. Like, it started the reboot of the genre, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the Godfather,
Right.
so to speak, of the new Godfather.
Yeah, the 90s version.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's the standard bearer. But then Casino comes along, and it's like, it might have been Marty's next film. I don't know if he did...
Cape Fear in between.
Oh, he did Cape Fear, you're right.
Yeah.
So, which, not that great, in my opinion.
There's a new Apple TV series that casts Javier Bardem as...
Okay, maybe that would be good.
Max Katie's like, oh. I watched the trailers like, oh.
Hot take,
that could be interesting.
I like the Simpsons episode more than I like the movie.
Yeah. And Patrick Wilson is playing the Nick Nolte character, so like...
Okay.
Euchre?
This could be good. And it's on what platform?
Apple TV,
oh, well, I don't have Apple products, so fuck that.
Back around. All the way.
Anyway, so Casino comes along, and it's like everyone compares it to, and they're like, oh, it's just not as good.
Yeah,
but
and it's like almost 3 hours.
It's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
It is 3 hours.
That and Heat. Make
and they both came out the same year, I believe.
Oh yeah, a couple months apart.
And I don't know. I think Casino's a better. Maybe not a better story, but I just like it more.
You're more engrossed in it?
Yeah, maybe it's because I'm a casino addict. Like in real life, I can't... Sure. You show me a slot machine that I can't turn away.
It's an interesting thing. Teri Hatcher was actually 3 months pregnant at the time of shooting this. You couldn't tell.
Well, they are kind of keeping it... They're keeping her belly... turned away, right, just in case she's starting to show.
But even then, yeah.
Or you put her in black.
But apparently,
black is slimming.
Pierce wasn't aware of it, and she kind of was late to set a couple of times, and he got a little upset.
Okay.
But once he found out, being the gentleman that all these Bond actors are,
right,
definitely went up, apologized, saying, "Okay, I understand all that type of stuff because you're probably morning sickness or whatever the heck it was."
Look at that necklace.
But she looks fantastic.
That necklace is stunning.
I mean, she came off the Lois and Clark series. She was like People magazines and whatnot, sexiest woman of the world. So like, yeah, no doubt they're going to grab her.
I'm not 100% sold on this haircut though.
That was a big thing because when they started the Lois and Clark series, she had the long hair. And then, like, season 3 or whatnot, they cut it short, and it's like all the fervor, whatnot, about, Change their hairstyle.
Well, and that happens, right? Like, Jennifer Aniston went through the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, Aniston is one of those crazy pop culture people that, like, models the way for society.
Oh, yeah.
So whatever Aniston does to her hair is how all the girls want it.
Similar to George Clooney with the Caesar hairstyle for a hot minute there, and, like, everyone's got to have it. Like, I ain't doing this no more.
Right. So Terry Hatcher may have been the Aniston... Like one generation before.
Yeah, just a couple of years ahead of that, yeah.
I like the top. It's the sides that throw me off.
Okay.
Like, I don't
have a problem with it.
I don't know. It's just, it's a little weird for me.
Everyone's got their own flavor.
I know.
Yeah. All these old computers.
They were top of the line, though, in 97.
It's always the funny things, like, you watch something from back in the day, it's like, oh, playing looks so cutting edge, and it's like, ooh. I was watching something a little bit last night, and they were mentioning, like, oh, I'm going to watch this stuff on your plasma TV, like it's cutting edge. Like, plasma's like 20 years gone now, man.
Right.
Like, it's not even a thing.
They don't even make them anymore, right now.
They're power suckers. Oh, look at that expression. You know what he's thinking.
So he realizes that they know each other.
Oh, yeah. And the fact that you got a line like that, which...
Right.
Implies a little bit more than he's just some banker from some place in Europe.
Right. How do you know what's under his pillow in his bed?
Mm-hmm. Bankers don't sleep with guns to their pillows.
And my wife shouldn't be looking under his pillow anyway.
Right, sure. What are you doing with that?
Or not wife, but girlfriend, or whatever.
No, his wife.
Oh, are they married?
Yeah,
okay.
Yes. I believe so.
Oh, he did say wife. Yeah. He said my wife and the doctor.
Yes. But, yeah, look how gorgeous she is here. I mean, how would you not cast her?
He looks like $1 million too.
Oh, yeah. Pryce is looking wonderful in this film. And the fact that it's like, now he's kind of shed any kind of maybe nerves about the role, kind of finding his footing in the whole thing. Now he's nice and comfortable.
It's interesting, though, that the one that is regarded... He did four. And the one that's regarded as the best one is his first one, which, you know, you're like, oh, I'm getting more comfortable with my interpretation of the character.
Yeah.
But then... as they go along, it's like they kind of waver, right?
Well,
according to my ranking, he does an up down.
A little bit,
because I like the spoiler.
The next
alert,
one you liked it better.
Spoiler alert: the next one's a top 10 for me.
Okay.
And then the Halle Berry one is
way down.
Way down. Let me see where I have that one.
That's way down. Yes, that's like bottom quarter. But yeah,
that's Die Another Day. Yes.
Yeah.
I have that ranked 20 out of 25.
Oh yeah, so it's the little room underneath, little basement below that. But.
Right. So my ranking goes 4, 16, 8, 20. It's literally up, down, up, down.
I mean, my thing is like Pryce. I personally feel Pryce is sold in all four of the films.
Agreed.
But it comes down to the script.
Right. It's not him.
And the directions, like. Yeah, some of the scripts are just... Even he says in retrospect... Because at least, like, when you get into the Craig era, I felt like Daniel Craig eventually got a little more clout, a little more kind of say in what they were doing, kind of a sign-off on certain things. Pryce he's just showing up and doing what they wrote in the script, and he's just going to do the performance.
I think, though, that I've never actually, like, written down a ranking of the Bonds. Connery is always kind of number one.
Sure.
And I like Craig, but Craig feels a little too, like, high society to be in this role, for me.
Okay.
Like, that's the vibe he gives off is that he's, like, almost like royalty, not that. So, in a way, I almost like Pierce more, like, in the character. I like Craig, I think, better as an actor.
Okay,
but,
he's more diverse.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the Knives Out stuff recently, and that's a whole different thing, and he's done some random stuff, not that they've not overlapped at the same time. Like, in 99, he does this, and he does the
Thomas Crown Affair.
Thomas Crown.
Wonderful film.
Both are,
John McTiernan flick.
Oh, McTiernan.
They're playing on another remake starring Michael B. Jordan right now. So.
Oh, jeez.
Well, the original one's back in like the 60s with Steve McQueen, but the only one I've seen was Pierce.
I've only seen Pierce's, and I loved it.
Theater. Fantastic.
Yeah, I loved it. I saw it in the theater also. Rene Russo. Oh, yeah. With her big red hair. Oh.
Yeah. Hot in that movie. They could show stuff in that movie they're not showing here.
I don't know if this is a hot take. I like Rene Russo more than Hatcher.
Rene Russo.
Rene Russo,
yeah. Definitely. Even just as an actress, I'd put her above.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right. So where are we at here? Now that I've absconded with the documentary.
Yeah, he's at one Carver's facilities or whatnot, trying to steal the GPS scrambler.
Got it. So now we know exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at this Batman gimmick she's got going on here.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh.
Speaking of, as we're recording this, the Batman 2 is starting pre-production, I believe.
Yeah.
Right about now.
It's rolling forward a bit. You can start filming in a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah. It's like right here. And I know it doesn't come out for another year and a half.
Yeah.
But I'm already excited.
Okay.
Anyway, so Yeoh is over here playing Robin to his Batman. And what is her role in all this?
She's like Chinese Secret Service.
Okay. So she's on the other... She's him.
On the other hand.
On the other side.
The conflict.
Trying to figure out why...
Brits are throwing stuff at our shores.
Right. Why are... Yeah, it's not our fault that the British attacked our ship.
Yeah.
And have they said what nationality allegiance that the newspaper has? Like, have they established where they're based out of?
Well, this newspaper plant is in Hamburg, Germany.
Okay, so is it a German newspaper?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because this thing's based in Germany, then they later go to Hong Kong, and he's got a building there.
Like, I don't know where are the headquarters? Do we know? We don't know.
I don't know exactly, no.
Because, like, it would make no sense for the newspaper to be British and then have the British start the war.
Right.
But it would also make no sense for it to be Chinese. So it's got to be a third party.
Yeah.
And he's just stirring shit to stir shit and sell newspapers.
Sell newspapers.
Because he has the headline.
1997 equivalent of the clickbait.
Right. He has the scoop.
He's just a lot more nefarious about actually making this shit happen, just screwing up headlines. Yeah,
close up on the BMW logo.
Well, yeah, Pierce just looks so slick in it.
I do not like a BMW. I've never been in one that I was like, man, I want to drive this. The red box is actually the scrambler?
Yes.
He actually absconded with it?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I don't want to make it sound like I don't know what's going on at all.
He's got such a great look here, the henchman. Think they-
Swedish? He's
yeah,
some sort of Nordic?
Actor is German.
German. Okay. Yeah, I guess that tracks. He's very Aryan, right?
Character's name is Richard Sammer, but the actor's name is Göetz Otto. Otto.
Göetz?
Göetz Otto. What's Otto?
Oh, Otto. Otto is
Göetz
very,
Otto.
Otto is very
Getting
German.
too wrapped up in the
Göetz.
fake.
Göetz. Look at this
Fake
hat.
accent.
Look at this
Oh,
livery
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That tall top hat. I love it. I love it. I wish I could wear hats. My head is so fucking giant. I can't wear a hat.
Yeah. Apparently when Otto came into the audition, he said, like, oh, we'll give you 20 seconds to introduce himself. He said, I'm big, I'm bad, and I'm German. So he's got to be in the film.
Is he big, though?
Big enough, I guess.
He doesn't look big.
He's not huge, but, eh. I mean, so much of what Bond stuff is like is aesthetic. So if you look good in the part, you halfway got it already.
So the news just reported that
This is
Hatcher
his-
is dead.
This is his, probably the tape for the broadcast they're going to do, yeah.
Uh-oh. That means me.
Yeah. Here comes her boy.
Oh, Chevelli.
Yeah.
With a German accent.
Yeah.
This guy belongs in Casino. He might have been in Casino. He's got a face that
Oh,
you will
yeah.
never...
Oh, yeah.
Like,
And he pops up everywhere.
I know, he's one of those character actors that you're like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Even though nobody knows his name.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the ultimate, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Guy. How do you do that? How do you electrocute your car? Like a force field around it. Electric fence on your door handle. That's dumb. I mean, it makes a good visual. Is this the one where he drives the car with the remote
Oh,
phone?
yeah.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. This is so dumb. Look at this. It's Fort Knox of motor vehicles. It's also interesting that they kill her off.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Yeah, German doctors are still heels. What was the... Is it Goering? With the doctor that did all the genetic mutations?
Oh, jeez.
The Nazi doctor?
Sure.
Who's actually, like, an equal heel to Hitler, and nobody really...
Yeah. You gotta study your history, I guess.
Like, he's way more interesting than Hitler. That science guy.
Yeah.
Because I think he lived. I think he escaped to, like, the U.S. I'm going to show my ass here if people are going to be like, no, you don't know your history.
I mean, I like the fact that his character is playing a little bit of the comedy, but still enough of a threat. He feels a little bit off kilter to make him a little dangerous, despite the fact he's being a little funny with it.
Right, like, he's the henchman, but he's also not in charge.
Yeah.
Henchmen usually aren't in charge,
but yeah.
like,
He's the expert in this situation, but he's kind of hampered by the ancillary situation. Him and Pierce are working a nice wavelength, too. Good rapport on this one, and that's a great bit. This is good, too.
great line. And there's your man with the self-inflicted gunshot wound found in the same room. The news is not wrong.
Yeah.
Tomorrow never lies.
Yeah.
That's a much better title.
Yeah, Yeah, I like that Pierce could add those little darker touches here and there. Like,
right.
You can see the vitriol of, you killed. I know you're the guy who killed her, and this, I'm going to make this feel cathartic to myself.
He's got a license to kill.
Yeah. And the fact that during the scene there, he's kind of still doing things with Hatcher there, whatnot, with her scarf or her clothing, whatnot, just having a little, like a pining or something like that. Just nice little touches of an acting performance to integrate all the complexities of the sequence together.
Isn't it interesting that it took them so long to make a movie called License to Kill? I think this is probably the defining
gadget sequence.
Yeah. This is the midpoint?
Thereabout. Yeah.
I, like, not just gadget sequence, but I mean, like, of this movie. Like, I think this is
the top.
This is the part that people really, like, remember the most.
It's this and the motorcycle chase later on, for me at least. But...
like, this is so preposterous.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
oh, yeah.
Gadget-wise,
yeah.
Anybody that's ever played a video game or driven a remote control car
totally
or
here.
Done anything knows how ridiculous this is.
And handheld stuff was big in the 90s, man.
Sure was. Game Boy, all the things.
The little tiger.
It's got... look at that. It's Mario Kart or whatever, right? Like he's dropping shit out, banana peels out the back.
And this is also like... GoldenEye didn't have too many gadgets. It had like the pen thing and like a laser or whatnot. It didn't have too many things, so...
it's a return to gadgets.
Yeah, they were just like... they're hearing some of the things people saying, well, we're really good film, but maybe if you are... maybe do a couple more things like this or this thing like that, put more of this stuff in here, so... trying to fashion some sequences around some high-concept ideas with the gadgets.
Well, the gadgets are one of those things that I've always said, like, you have them, you show them off, but then you definitely have to use them all later on. Otherwise, don't tell me they exist if you're not going to work them in.
Your entire thing, like, you got to... if you're going to introduce it...
it's got to come back later.
Pay it off, Right. Otherwise, what the hell are you doing? That's great. The rocket right
through the car?
Right through the car.
Stephen King always said, like, a character should never appear just once. Like, it should always...
set up, payoff.
Right,
simple,
set up, payoff. Right.
And since you've mentioned that to me and everything, I kind of keep that in mind of my own stuff I'm working on.
Right, like, you gotta have a reason for everything. That's a fun line, right?
And it's in German.
It sounded Indian to me, but that's fine. We're also the volume way down, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm deaf. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, well. I was going to say, that line that makes you smile.
Oh, yeah.
Like, these are definitely like popcorn movies, you know, you go through.
Oh, yeah.
Right through the Avis rental car.
Yeah.
You go into these movies just expecting a fun time.
Right.
And then they build up the action, but there's also like a little bit of, you know, thriller, borderline horror in there. And then they hit you with these comedy lines. Like, it's a well-rounded...
yeah.
The Bond films are very much checking all the boxes for a good cinematic experience, in my opinion.
I mean, again, that's why a lot of things were kind of kept in-house for a long time, because you just had a formula. And you knew the reliable people who could execute that formula. That's why through like the entire 80s had one director on the films, because he could just get it done.
And this is the guy that works for the U.S., right?
Oh, yeah. CIA.
CIA.
He's in the last film.
And he's got a dinosaur shirt on. I love this guy.
Yeah. Jack Quaid.
We're hot off of Lost World. No, the other one.
Lost World just came out earlier this year.
Yeah.
It's interesting. This is the last time they bring this character in. He just, after this one, they don't bring back Judi Baker's Wade again. I found, because he's got such great chemistry with Brosnan. And like tomorrow, again, Die Another Day, where they bring in like Michael Madsen as another CIA guy or whatnot. It's like,
why not use the same character?
Why not use the same guy who's got already a real good chemistry with the lead and everything? He's got a cachet with the audience. I don't know. I'm not saying anything bad about Madsen, but
and then in the
Baker's just a really good talent here.
In the Craig films, it's
lighter back again with Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright. I was like, what's his last name? Jeffrey Wright. He looks great in those dress blues or whatever.
Yeah, the naval commander outfit. Which again is an aspect of the character they downplay in the Craig era. They barely mention it at all. That he was a naval commander.
I don't remember Craig ever wearing.
No, he never did. I think there's like when he turns like a resignation or whatnot in one of the films, like it says Commander Bond on it or something, or maybe when everyone was writing up his obituary or whatnot in Skyfall, but it's never integrated as a character.
So if he can find the wreckage, that proves
where sank.
Right. Oh, Vietnam. Well, we gotta bring Vietnam back into it somehow, right?
Sure. Yeah, there was some real silly freaking. God.
So this adds. So it's like the British fleet, the Chinese waters, but now it wasn't the Chinese, and it's actually Vietnam. So now it's a way to like layer in yet another conflict.
Yeah.
And to me, it just kind of lessens as we go, right?
Yeah.
It's like yet another wrench thrown into the cogs.
Yeah. I was trying to find some. There was some line they cut from the sequence that really was fairly silly.
Regarding Vietnam?
Yeah, Vietnam basically saying we could maybe start a war, but hopefully this time we'll win, like it's frickin' First Blood Part 2.
Oh. Well, yeah, we certainly didn't win last time.
And I think it was the Pentagon. They were kind of working with whatnot. It said they were embarrassed by the line, cut that thing out of there.
We got to get rid of that, yeah.
It sounded bad enough when Rambo said in 85. You don't need it in 97. Put it to rest.
Like, we get it.
Yeah.
We stuck our foot in our ass.
Yeah.
We did not come out looking good. We did not come out feeling good. He was really a black eye on the world.
We don't need pretension at this point in time.
Right. Let's not drum up the ghosts, because...
Yeah.
Really? He opened the door on the ship and that just collapsed right below. What do you know?
Bond films love their underwater sequences, man.
Well, I mean, nothing's as good as, like, Thunderball.
No. But, because, they as all these things do, they overshot in the UK, but they went back to Pinewood, mainly with the 007 stage, because the big Rolls-Royce factory they converted for GoldenEye was now being used by Star Wars Episode 1.
Oh.
So they couldn't use that. But they end up using, for some of the miniature ships and everything like that, that photography, they used one of the tanks to use on Titanic.
Okay.
So I'm guessing probably that was shot at a time when either Titanic had already shot the stuff.
Well, Titanic
I think it had already shot it because they were talking about Titanic. It was built for Titanic.
I think it was built for some like pickup or extra shots, like some specific underwater things.
But this is a big old tank.
Because
big one.
The main one, I want to say they did somewhere in like the Central America.
Okay.
Like Costa Rica or something like that. And I want to say they did it on the actual ocean.
Okay.
Because they literally built 2/3 of the boat and then on a machine that lowered it into the water. Yeah. So it might have been some shots like this.
Yeah.
Or perhaps some of the wide shots, like pick up, like,
sure.
you know, where you need it to like look like they're in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
We are, as we're recording this and releasing this, we're on almost on the anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic. April 14th. Technically, April 15th, because it was at like 2 a.m. or something.
Sure, yeah.
Where they were.
Where you were in the world.
Right. I think it was April 14th in New York, but April 15th where it sank. Or something like that.
Yeah, so...
Now, do you think this was a miniature underwater part here, like all of this?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know how you do the rocks in miniature, though.
Well, a lot of it's just kind of shooting at a high frame rate, so everything feels like it moves much slower, have the density and the weight of everything.
Oh, okay, so that's just a trick. Okay.
Yeah.
God, movie making is so fascinating. So here we've got a Vietnamese fishing boat or whatever, right?
Uh-oh.
And
there he is.
Here comes Cody Rhodes.
Not that damn tattoo. So this guy looks better than him.
Well, all right. You don't like the neck tattoo?
The neck tattoo, I mean...
You're not a fan?
It's not everyone's flavor, let's say that.
No. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but
no.
It makes a statement.
Yeah, but...
Is this Vietnam, then?
He's a German nightmare.
Oh, there you go. There you go. The German nightmare.
Yeah. Well, Germany has enough nightmares.
Right. How many more nightmares?
Let's not touch on that, I guess.
How do you say nightmare in German? I'm asking Google.
You know, butcher this freaking pronunciation like crazy. Der Albtraum?
It's Albtraum. One of those letters has to be silent. Albtraum. Der Albtraum.
I don't know.
That's that guy. Der Albtraum. The German nightmare. Somebody with, I don't know, any of our friends. Bert, are you listening? Do you know German?
Yes, please.
Are you over there? Can you give us a phonetic listening? Type it out in the comments.
Please.
See, this is an interactive show.
Yes.
I'm still waiting for my opportunity to call a phone number and find out if a business is still open.
Yeah.
It's going to happen one of these days. So wait. Does he have an office in Vietnam? Where are we? Or he took him back to Germany?
No, we're in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, all right.
Hong Kong, Vietnam, I don't know. It's all over the place a little bit.
It's hard.
We need, like, title screens.
Right, like, you got to give us a little bit of leeway here, because we're like engaging with each other and reminiscing, and like I am
he said found this morning in Vietnam, so we're in Vietnam.
I'm no good at playing the piano, which requires your brain to tell your left hand to do one thing and your right hand to do another thing. I'm very, very bad at it.
State.
That's not how my brain works. So, I love watching movies, and I love talking about movies, and it's very hard for my brain to do both at the same time. Despite the fact that we've got over 200 of these commentaries, and you're approaching 250 next year.
Yeah.
What did you say? Is it January or February of 2027? Somewhere in there?
Somewhere around that
Somewhere
range.
in there?
I'll probably reach that about 10 months. They're in Saigon now.
Saigon?
I'm looking at the freaking Wikipedia to help out.
I mean, so they have an office in Saigon.
They have one in Hamburg with the printing plant.
I guess that guy is kind of big.
Yeah, he's taller than the rest of them. Probably like 6'4", maybe.
One of those little lollipops. Or the Harry Potter wands or some shit. They're all drum. He's big, he's bad, he's German? Is that what the line was? That's not as good as the line from Goldfinger, unfortunately. Like, I get it.
All right.
You're trying to make a... This is fun.
Oh, yeah.
This is another, like, old school, like, vaudeville thing. Like, let's handcuff the people together and have them play off each other. But I feel like some Jackie Chan movie... Every Jackie Chan movie has this, right? Didn't they do this in Rush Hour and shit?
Well, there's a little bit of a comedy thing going on with the Jackie Chan and stuff.
What was the Shane Black Christmas one we did?
Jesus. Long Kiss Goodnight.
Long Kiss Goodnight. They did this with the handcuffs, right? Didn't they jump out of a window?
They jumped out a window. They weren't handcuffed.
Oh, I thought they were handcuffed. They were, okay. I never understood the old rip the banner or the awning or the curtain or whatever. Like, I just feel like that doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
They've put it into
I doubt the thing would actually rip that easily. Is the
right,
thing.
right. They put it into 100 movies.
Those things are made of really durable material.
Yeah, these poor people just hanging out outside the window. And I don't care what you're going to do.
Yeah, that tempered glass ain't going nowhere.
You are never going to break this glass.
No.
Never,
No.
not with a foot.
No.
They could literally throw a chair.
Right.
You'd have to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
Like, tempered glass on a skyscraper like that?
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no way. That is fake news right there.
More BMW.
Just ride backwards. I guess that works.
Yeah. Apparently they were originally planning to shoot all this stuff actually in Vietnam, but I guess the Prime Minister got cold feet about some other thing here or there, and they ended up shooting in Shanghai, I believe. At least most of the sequence. I think when they get to the big explosions,
well,
I think that's on a soundstage.
Does
like
Vietnam use that Chinese lettering, Chinese-style lettering?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, that guy was...
asking the wrong person.
And I don't know either, and I'm not trying to be ignorant,
right.
but
yeah.
like, there was definitely those Chinese-style characters that on that big sign behind the guy in the background and in that background, and
right.
Like, to me, this looks like China.
I mean, I can't read any of the language whatsoever, but usually, like, if I see something that's like Japanese, like there's something about the aesthetic of the characters they use. I can tell that's Japanese and not Chinese.
Okay, so you can tell the difference.
I can't explain why. Just like there's something about how that lettering is shaped, and it pops out and that looks Japanese, and I end up being right, typically. So. Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Japanese, there's probably similarities, but there's probably distinct differences in how all that stuff
also
evolved over time.
I'm super fascinated by this idea. Is there a handwriting style? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
Like if you and I wrote out a sentence, it's going to look different. You and I have different handwriting.
Right, if you go, look at actual, written German versus, Russian or whatnot, they're very distinct characters. They're not the same as English language characters.
Correct.
So that's basically what I'm getting at.
I just think it's interesting, though, you and I have different handwriting.
Right.
Do people in China have different handwriting when they're making the symbols?
I'm sure there's distinct differences.
You know what I mean? That's so fascinating to me.
Yeah, but I really love this whole sequence. I mean, it's a hot piece of work, man. Because Spottiswoode was like, well, you saw the GoldenEye, of course, and you can't get bigger than the tank sequence, so you go smaller, so it's more vulnerable, and you can make it more mobile in that regard.
Right, little in and out.
Yeah.
Little, rat in the maze.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine most of this is probably a backlot. Some of this is probably a backlot.
It could be. I mean, they do show some big wide shots, though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a little hesitant about. I'm sure the final segment of this thing down the street, the chopper and everything, is probably
it could be
set up properly for a backlot, or maybe some. I don't know.
Could be one of those things
visual effects extensions in the background.
You're just driving back and forth on the same road, but it's dressed differently or whatever.
Maybe.
That, to me, seems like more work and time and money than just finding a space to shoot it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. No.
I don't know if that's real, but...
No, you don't go over a whole city block like that, I don't think. I think you go right down into the helicopter.
Well, harem.
This looks fantastic, right?
Yeah.
He's driving along.
This stuff, when they're collapsing stuff, feels like it's probably all designed specifically.
Sure.
Not just fucking up. Heineken's getting a look in here now, too.
Yeah, but I don't know if Heineken would want that, right? Crash into our cart of beer and spill it everywhere?
Otherwise, you just wouldn't have anything on it. It'd just be blank freaking stuff. So
right, beer. White can, black lettering, beer.
Depends on how much money you give it, though.
I suppose.
Avis gives them more money, and Ericsson gives them more money. It maybe a little bit less.
Right. They're in for $1 million.
Empty kegs here.
They're in for $1 million, and Heineken says, "I'll give you a
$250,000."
Right, $250,000. Right. So you only get a cart crash.
Yeah. Right.
In Vietnam, where it doesn't look natural at all.
No.
Does anybody in Vietnam actually drink Heineken?
Beer in freaking Vietnam.
It would make more sense for Heineken to be the sponsor at the party.
The Hamburg.
Right, the Hamburg party. Why does everybody that has ever once leaned out of a helicopter have that exact gun? I don't know. You're the gun guy. What kind of gun is it?
I have no idea. I don't know that much about guns. But the interesting thing is that the propellers on the copter are all digital. So it's a completely safe stunt. They just got this chopper on a crane arm or something like that. And
okay.
add the blades in.
That's really cool, actually. I like that.
Completely safe, and I mean, and then blades, it's all whirl whatnot, so it doesn't have to. There's not a lot to give it away. That's
like
digital.
that wasn't. Yeah, but the
Well, yeah, when they have to do the stunt sliding underneath it, where you can really get sliced up.
Oh, look at this child's ass on the screen here.
Child's ass. Thought this was a.
Like she's washing that kid's ass right on the movie screen.
I thought this was a safe film for families.
I mean, like, at what age is it okay to like wash a kid's ass?
Does it get cut off?
Right.
Like, this is
right.
obscene now.
That kid is like 3 or 4, so it's fine. But if the kid's 8, then now it's
no territory.
Right. Then now it's banned.
Yeah. Yeoh and Brosnan have a really wonderful chemistry here. I love that they decided to bring in a character to be a Bond girl, but she's got agency about herself. She's an equal to him.
Right. Look at you. Now you threw your phone.
Oh, yeah. They're falling apart.
Gravity's a bitch.
It's over here. But yeah, I mean, it's just a smart type of thing. I mean, one is kind of, again, progressive for the Bond franchise. After the last film, they kind of call it out as misogyny and various other things. And then you just bring in someone who's an established action star in the East.
I do think it would have been more interesting if they'd spent some time, like, instead of doing the whole Vietnam International Water thing, if they showed maybe more of her side of the story.
Yeah.
And gave a little bit more
substance to it.
Like let's tell the Chinese side.
Yeah.
And then when they meet and combine, you actually have a vested interest in both stories.
Right.
I mean, I don't know anything. I've never sold a screenplay. Right. So like, don't listen to me. I'm just throwing it out there.
And the film's 2 hours long as it is.
We do get a little taste of her here.
Oh, yeah.
But, that old trick.
Yeah.
I've just never, I say that I want that, but then I've also never really been interested in martial arts and that kind of thing. It's just not my flavor.
Okay. But she's fantastic here.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying that
stellar.
It's bad. I'm just saying that it's not my personal...
Doesn't always excite you.
Right.
But really well done stuff here.
Like, when I watched...
there's no cutting... They're cutting at a standard rhythm or whatnot, but they're not hiding the blows and everything like that. They're letting they actually kind of dictate the flow and the pace.
When I watched that, I'm way more impressed by the fact that somebody choreographed it than I am what's actually happening.
Yeah. Wrestling gets that point at some points in time where it feels where people don't sell the hits or whatnot. They're just kind of playing the rhythm of the dance or whatnot. It doesn't feel like a combat sport anymore.
This is probably the extent of what I was suggesting, right? Like, you've given her moment to show that she's an equal badass.
Yeah.
But then you kind of ruin it because he just shows up. Like...
could have given her the whole sequence. He just kind of like walks in like, I'm impressed.
Right. It would have been nice for her to have that earlier in the movie.
Yeah, even that. Like at the Hamburg thing when he's fighting off a bunch of people, but she's kind of slipping off scot-free.
Here's where she's kind of giving her side of the story, right?
And catching it back up.
And we're an hour and a half in, so I feel like this needed to be more the midpoint,
right? Because we've long since established that she is some sort of another Secret Service agent of sorts, and what her agenda is at this point. Yeah. Well, it's a nice thing, like, okay, both governments are kind of like, secretly like, we don't want to start a war. So they're sending the agents out to try to
mitigate the damage before...
Get to the bottom of the situation before it blows out of control. So it's a nice aspect of the story, that you have that parody of the two different sides of the situation there. Instead of like, Bond's just there doing it, and everyone else is just not concerned. We
have not seen Judi Dench in an hour.
Quite some time, yeah.
This one does feel like
she does. I think she does come back because they bring in the Navy again.
Well, they have to bring her back. I mean,
she comes back in. And
doesn't it feel like this one though is one of the ones that goes the longest without any sort of MI6 discussion,
ancillaries or whatnot? Yeah,
like involvement in any way. Like, isn't she concerned?
He's just kind of out there.
He's been gone for days and days, and nobody's decided to even ask about him.
Yeah, interesting. It's a nice...
Whoops.
It's a nice Q-branch mirror for them.
Yeah.
That he's the one kind of fucking everything up here. Playing with the toys.
Well, the joke is, though, that even when he's with Q, things are always happening in the background, right?
Yeah. So he can't get can't keep his hands off the toys. Walther's got to get their new product into.
How often do these gun people make a new gun, though?
I don't know. I do remember this was kind of a thing at the time, like, Bond's showing off a new Walther model gun or whatnot after he's been with the PPK for decades now. Apparently stays with this model until...
Through the last three? Or the next two?
I think Craig at least uses it in Quantum. Up until Quantum. He uses it in Casino Royale. So.
The island being Vietnam? I still don't really know where we're at. I love this scenery.
Oh, yeah. Lovely. I mean, for the most part, Bond films, the money is always up on screen.
Yeah, they spare no expense when it comes to, like, exotic locations.
Yeah. Making the effects typically seem like they're worth the while.
I think is it The Man with the Golden Gun? Love that one. And I think that's the one that has, like, the island lair out in the water.
Yeah, this fun house and mirrors and everything.
Got my guy, Hervé Villechaize, the small man tattoo.
Fantasy Island.
Yeah, Fantasy Island. I really like that one. I think I've got that one in my top 10.
Christopher Lee's worthwhile, man, always.
Not always. Not always.
He's a crap like Howling 2.
Not always. This prick made me watch Howling 2, if you've listened to our last couple of commentaries. What a trash film. And why is it that I'm still interested in watching The Marsupials, which is on Amazon Prime? Because I want to see how bad it is.
Oh, same director.
So, pretty bad. I have The Man with the Golden Gun at number 10.
Okay. Third nipples get you top 10 stars.
Oh, so much. So many nipples.
Such a bizarre trait.
It's fine, though. It's fine. Have you seen that one?
Not properly.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, the Roger Moores are a little. They're a little hit or miss.
They kind of waver back and forth between solid stuff that it gets a little too overly cartoony. They kind of go back and they kind of waver off.
Let's just say
a little
that
seasickness with that one.
Yeah, let's just say that 3 out of my bottom 5 are Roger Moores,
I'm not surprised.
along with
Quantum.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah, you don't care for that.
I do
no
not.
Lays and beef for you.
I do not like that one at all. And then obviously, Quantum of Solace is the worst.
Yeah.
By a mile.
We'll get there in about a year.
Okay. Stay tuned, everybody.
Oh.
I don't even know if I can watch it. We might have to skip it.
Do it by myself.
And where are they now? They're on a boat?
Yes. On the stealth boat.
Ow,
Ow,
Jesus
mama.
Christ.
Clunked my head a few times. It's no fun.
No, she's concussed. Out cold. Yeah, at this point, I'm not with it here. I don't know what's happening. But that's fine. We're all just along for the ride at this point. Everyone's on the stealth boat. I don't know where the stealth boat is, but that's all right. What waters are we in? Who knows?
Everyone's waters.
Everyone's right. There's no MI6. Nobody's talking to anybody. We haven't seen anything from the Chinese. Gupta?
Gupta.
He calls him Gupta, not Gupta?
Gupta.
Like, the Indian...
Neither one is a terribly good name.
The Indians are all Gupta, but I guess that, because he's not an Indian, then he's Gupta? That's weird.
Sounds like the governor.
A little bit.
That's how he's orchestrating.
Now, does he also have an Ericsson device? Is that what that little guy is? It almost looked like it, but I don't know. What a dick.
Yeah.
Is he still with us? Is he alive?
Oh, yeah. Jonathan Pryce is still hanging around, man.
Hey, there she is after an hour.
Jonathan Pryce, he's just... The guy's always great in everything. You've probably seen him in Glenn Ross.
Yes.
Pacino. You cast the check. Oh, I mean, everything he's ever done. He's just great.
Glenn Ross, I think is one of the best movies ever made. I know, and it's a mammoth.
Oh, yeah.
It is so hard to beat everything in that movie. Are you familiar with it? Glengarry?
On parts, yeah. I'm going to watch it eventually.
Yes. the Alec Baldwin scene.
Yeah, which was designed for the movie.
Right, I was going to say,
in the stage
it was written for him.
Yeah.
Is, I think, one of the greater monologues in cinema.
Single scene performance stuff.
Right. Because that's it. That's his only moment.
That's all he needs. So it perverts your rule of don't use them just once, but if you use them once and that's good.
I think
that good that instigates that plot.
Here's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure, and it's been a minute since I've seen it, but I'm pretty sure that his character is referenced before that.
Okay.
So it's not like it's a surprise.
Yeah.
Like, you know of the character, and then you see the character.
Okay.
Like
a setup.
Right.
There's at least that's a good thing, yeah. You build up to a reveal.
Right. He says Gupta that time.
Yeah.
Not Gupta.
Weird.
Is that something that only I'm nitpicky about? Does Spottiswoode not be like, hey...
back to over the top, so Lincoln Hawk or Lincoln Hawks. Sometimes in the same scene.
Oh, with last name, with an S at the end?
Yeah, we kept doing that with the Sloan flick. You're like, what's going on here?
Meet me halfway.
Yes. Somebody. Oh, that's a nice line.
That is a good line. And you said that Gupta is no longer with us? He's
Ricky
passed...
J passed, I think, around 2017, 2018, yeah. But he was a celebrated, like, sleight of hand magician, stuff like that, and he got a lot of acting roles.
Copperfield wasn't available, I guess.
I'm saying.
Can you imagine Copperfield in this role?
He's probably doing some Vegas show by 97.
I mean, Copperfield has got to be #1 in the world at this point.
Yeah, sure.
I think it was long before this.
Top illusionist, yeah. I mean, he had long since made the Statue of Liberty disappear and all that stuff. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
That's how you know you got a real bad guy. It's like, he'll just kill his own dudes. He don't care. Fuck it. You got all I need out of you.
Wouldn't it be great to blow up a grenade with your watch? Just randomly?
Yeah.
They never did have their moment together, did they?
No.
These two. I mean, they had the tension of the shower scene.
A little bit.
But they never...
Not really kind of going in
up,
that
though.
direction too much.
Which is exactly where you think it's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having a fire inside your boat.
Yeah, that's not good.
He was like, ooh, a pretty lady. And then... like, it was great. He had said that face.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, hey, who you is. Would they not have it go underwater, though? Wouldn't that make it more adverse to radar and such?
I would think so.
I don't know the logistics of boats. I don't know a lot about boats. I've been on my dad's fishing boat so many times. Still don't know much about the boats. I don't know how it works.
Just realizing, like, Bond films, they never have to hire anyone to do a British accent. They just have all the Brits there as it is. 'Cause that's the one thing you're going to count on.
Right.
The British accents are always going to be consistent.
Yes.
Despite the fact that our James Bond, the film, is Irish. So I was thinking about it.
Does that piss people off as much?
Because I was thinking about the other day, it's like, we've only had really like two actual Brits as Bond. That'd be Roger Moore and Daniel Craig. You got a Scottish guy, you got an Australian guy. Well, Timothy Dalton as well.
Yeah,
So
but
about half.
Was Dalton British?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think so.
You throw your phone again?
No.
All right, there it is. There it is.
On the side. Hold on.
That looked like a miniature. That boat.
He's British.
Like, doesn't this feel like a miniature or a model or I don't know something?
It's Welsh.
Welsh.
Dalton is Welsh. But
Is Wales considered?
It says British actor.
Okay, so
It's in Devonshire, Wales.
So Britain. Okay, let's.
Great Britain.
There's England, there's Britain, and there's Great Britain. And the Great Britain, I think, includes Wales. I think. I don't think any of them include Ireland. I don't know. Some British. Bert, help us out again.
He's listed as saying he's a British actor.
Okay.
So, Connery was Scottish. Then you got Lazenby was Australian.
Right, but Scottish is also British.
Right, but I'm saying proper, like, British accent people.
Yes, got it.
He's got to tried to put on an accent.
An English accent.
Which, Connery was not much of a linguist in that regard. But anyway, Scottish guy, Australian guy. Then you got a Brit, another Brit. Then you got an Irishman. You got another Brit. So you actually hear Brosnan talk with his regular voice. He's definitely Irish. You hear the Irish in his voice.
I guess I haven't heard it
I think
recently,
a lot of the interviews he does for these films at the time, he tried to make sure he was sounding British instead of his normal accent. But
why would you do that, though? Like, why not just talk your normal self?
well, it's like when Christian Bale was doing interviews for, like, Batman Begins, he tried to make himself sound American, so you don't think you're getting a British Batman.
Christian Bale tries to be, like, as method as Daniel Day-Lewis, and he... like...
It feels like it goes by a little bit of a different direction.
Yeah, it's not the same.
More physically than anything else.
Yeah, like he'll lose 100 pounds.
I think he can break character between takes and be offset and not be the character, but physically he'll push himself.
The one that he won his Oscar for, the boxing movie, whatever that was called.
The Fighter.
Yes, that was a David O. Russell, I think.
Yeah, supporting actor.
Yeah, he
leaned himself up.
Oh my God, he lost him like a million.
Machinist levels, but he was a little wiry.
He was like emaciated. Yeah,
a little.
Yeah. It's different than, like, let's say DDL, who on the set of Lincoln.
Yeah, he's Lincoln.
And they literally call him Mr. President for the entire shoot.
And he was probably doing that for like a year beforehand too.
Right.
So he's like more psychologically.
Yes. He's in it. He's living it. He's living it.
Yeah.
A lot of bombs, a lot of action. Daryl Drum is blown up here. No, not yet. Women and children first, only first class. He does a lot of good work with his eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Pryce.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he not evacuating? Does he have to just be in charge? You know, is he Captain Smith going down with the ship? Like, sorry, I'm just going to keep making Titanic corollaries. Allegories? I don't know what the word is. Little Tarzan action.
without the sound effect. This time there was one that used the fucking Tarzan's yell or one of the
Yeah, and I don't remember.
Swinging across somewhere.
There's the ricochet. The noise. That is one of my least favorite things in all of movies.
Yeah, definitely in this area is all over the place.
That damn ricochet noise. Pew! Oh, it's the worst.
Just that's used for every damn thing. It's just part of the
soundtrack.
Can we just throw it in there?
You go through a piece of cloth and they go pew.
A sack of meat. Oh boy.
That's a cool little device.
Big old drill.
Oh. And goodbye. There's no blood.
Yeah, I'm going to say, yeah.
Especially with those rollers going in three directions.
Yeah, it really should be a splatterfest.
That blood would have been like a blender.
Yeah.
All right, well, so we've now had...
warhead going here. He set that up real fast, didn't he?
Yeah,
He
no
just
shit.
leaped from there like 20 seconds ago.
So one of the... When you break down the rules of a screenplay, let's do this.
Yeah, how?
So one of the main things that you need is an opposition in a screenplay. You need an objective in the screenplay. Both of those things have to have resolution.
Right.
And that happens right before, I guess, technically the third act. In what's called the lost point, where it's where you think
there's no hope.
He can't possibly get out of this situation.
Right.
So we've actually just eliminated the opposition.
Yeah.
Now, I guess you could argue that Der Elbtrum here is also opposition.
Yeah, physical adversary.
But the main opposition of the story,
the mastermind,
is gone. But we still don't have resolution to the opposition, the objective.
Yeah. This warhead's going to blow up.
He's still going to blow up. He's still going to blow up the warhead. So you can't roll credits yet.
Right.
Because the math problem isn't solved yet.
Yes.
Now, once it is...
She's underwater for a long time.
Oh, I mean, this isn't quite Lethal Weapon. 4 minutes or whatever it was, but...
It's getting there.
So this is our lost point, technically. And once this is over, like, the third act is kind of the wrap-up, and there's where you only have maybe 10 minutes to go home.
Yeah.
You got to go home.
Yeah.
And according to our runtime here, there's about 5 to 6 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah.
So they are
perfect.
They're perfect. They just their middle act is a little wonky. It's a little sideways here and there. A little too much. You know,
because you gotta get the international hopping around stuff for the flavor of the film. Well, there's a little.
He's breathing.
Double pronged.
Now, does this blast not go down into the water? I guess it does. The water deflect it? We need a physicist on this thing.
Depends on if they get like flammable liquids inside the water, I guess.
Well, even like the air compression would go. You know what I mean? Like it would blow them down, I would think. Am I wrong on that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
we need a physicist around here.
Yeah, where are our scientists listening to this? There are people out there that really hate me for shit like this, I bet. Some of you listeners are probably like, fuck this guy. Why
There's only so much research we can do in advance.
why is this guy such an asshole? That's me. Sorry. Shut up and watch the movie, Frasier. Okay. I guess there hasn't been a lot of direction from her, other than when she said, like, hold fire, let's figure it out first.
Yeah.
There are
like
plenty of other Bond movies where
the plot is, like I said, is little bare essentials for the characters.
Yeah.
The next one does try to do a little bit more, try to get a little bit more into meat of the characters to a certain degree.
That's a miniature.
Yeah, that one didn't come up quite as nicely.
Oh, here they're going to have their little...
A little bit of something.
A little kissy-kissy?
Oh, international ambassadorship here.
How many Bond movies? I should write this down next time I go through them all. And I really rank, the title sequences and the songs and the girls.
Yeah.
How many end with him ignoring rescue in favor of betting a lady?
Getting a stiff one.
Because it's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot. In particular, I think all the Connerys end that way. Every one of them.
Quite a few more ones, like the British end up, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rolf Saxon.
Yeah.
Rolf is a tough name. Philip Kwok. All right.
But yeah, in terms of like the songs on the film, like people love the Katie Lang song here, "Surrender." I agree with it. She does a fantastic job with it, but they wanted to go with Sheryl Crow because she was just kind of chart topper at the time for the opening sequence for the single and everything.
So it's the same song.
It's a different song.
Oh, it's a different song.
Different song altogether. Well, it still uses the title of the film, and the song's called "Surrender."
This should have been the song.
Right. So much so that when I was trying to hunt down a compilation of all the songs they put out,
I was going to say, you bought a CD, right, that has a lot of the different Bond themes?
it was the 50th anniversary one, so it has everything not released in advance of Skyfall, so it doesn't have the Adele song on, but it has all the other stuff, including this one.
Okay.
This one it's a 2 CD set. It's got a bunch of, like, the first one's like a bunch of score tracks from the various films, and all the other stuff are all the songs from all the films, not just the main title songs.
This one sounds like a Bond song.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely...
She's got the voice for it and everything. She's wonderful.
Yeah, this really is the one.
Yeah.
This should have been flipped.
Yeah.
Bad move, Broccoli.
Yeah.
Now that it's in control of Amazon, and we still haven't heard anything as we record this.
Because Denis Villeneuve, who's helming it, he's going to wait until he's doing the third Dune film.
I was going to say, he's
a
Dune guy, right?
So he's going to wait until that's behind him, and then he's going to finally start making the decisions and moves forward. We're working on the script, but that's someone else, not Villeneuve, really kind of... He's not writing himself. He's having to work on it.
Is Dune 3 the final Dune?
That's what they're saying, yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
I've not watched the Dunes.
No, I've not. But
although
that's due for release in December. So
anybody that knows me knows...
Probably around October, November, he'll be on the press circuit getting questions and whatnot, so we'll probably get some word about
clues.
Things. But I'm not betting on like a casting announcement until like at least early next year.
I do love me some Timmy Chalamet.
We'll see how things go.
I've not watched the Dunes. I probably should. It just doesn't sound like a story that interests me.
Nah, I don't know. I just don't know enough about Dune to really kind of know one way or another. U.S.
Department of Defense and U.S. Air Force get first billing on the thanks. Isn't that interesting? Huh. That's interesting. And you can have real quick, snappy credits at the end.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them are up front.
Right. A lot of stuff on that. Yeah. Production designers and all that other stuff. And
Right. I don't know. It's good, not great, I think.
yeah. It's a nice follow-up to GoldenEye, but yeah, on the action front, I think it delivers. On the story front, maybe...
Yeah, mid.
Yeah, maybe not as much.
So, all right, well, I think we're going to do the next one down the road.
Yeah, World is not enough. We're playing it for this summer, then we'll get to Die Another Day before the...
In the fall?
The fall,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So guys, thanks for joining us on this one. And
appreciate it.
Let us know how you feel about this film and our thoughts on it, and we'll be around soon with more stuff.
See you next time.
Bye.